Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda, and if you like my channel, please like and subscribe. Today I'm going to talk about first and foremost, I'm going to make some cookies while we talk. And I'm going to talk about the new normal, kind of like this year, and how, talk a little bit about resilience and how things are going. Our world is a very smoky world right now, and I'm going to talk about some of the effects of that. But yeah, that's it. And Brian is going to be here as my helper.
What? How was I told about this?
Yeah, help me with my cookies.
Maybe. First, I gotta give a PSA on those brownies.
Oh, I forgot about the brownies. Okay, so first I'm going to do it first, unless you want.
No.
Okay, so there was a vlog in which I threw pretzels in box brownies. I am going to say, do not do that. That is horrible. It is an awful idea. Do not do it. It turned out just not good. So what were your thoughts on that?
It was bad. I can't even explain how bad it was. It was just horrible. The pretzels were all soft and mushy.
Hi, little cookie.
They did not taste good at all. And
no, it turned them stale. It was like it turned those pretzels almost like a stale immediately, and turned the brownies into just awfulness.
yeah, I can't even explain it. Although I did disapprove, even in the video, of putting pretzels in a brownie. It turns out I was right.
But I got a better idea. So at some point, I'm going to do a brownie, and then I'm going to crush pretzels and put it on the top after it's done cooking.
That might not even be good.
It might not. I'll be honest, it might not.
And today she was originally supposed to cook cupcakes, but she doesn't have the liners for them.
Yup. And
Unfortunately.
then I was going to do a cake, and then I was like, you know what? I really want cookies, and I want to talk about things that have been going on and finding a new normal and all of that jazz. So cookie is a good one to go with that, and I want cookies. So yay, we're having cookies.
I want cookies too.
Right.
Ice cream.
We don't have ice cream.
I'm about to go get some.
Okay, little cookie, I got great news. What's that? Wait, I'll be back. Okay. Ginger. Hi, Ginger. Okay, so guys, let's get started on the cookies first, because then we can talk while they're baking. So I have 1 cup of softened butter in here. And while we've been talking, I've been just kind of smushing it up and doing that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some sugar to this.
Do you want to preheat the oven?
Or dip at 350.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm prepared to chow. Hi, Carol. So I'm going to take my sugars, right? So I've got my brown sugar here. And this is a 1/2 cup. But I want 3/4, so I'm going to do 3/4. Maybe. If I can get it to come out. I've got this. Maybe you could help just a little bit.
That's enough.
That's not enough. Do some more. Oh, this is great. Yeah, okay, that's good on that. Doing good on the brown sugar. And peony. Oh, blessings from Ripe. Blessings from Seattle. Aloha.
What kind of cookies are you making? Did you say?
Yeah, I don't know if I said, but I'm making oatmeal chocolate chip.
Oatmeal chocolate chip. Sounds good.
Yes. I would prefer oatmeal butterscotch chip. That was what I was really craving, but I do not have butterscotch chips. So, going with the chocolate chips. Then that was brown sugar, right? So 3/4 cup of brown sugar. Should be on TV. Such a great personality talk show. Giving the news. I like doing this. It's it's grand. It's fun, and that way there's not. It's kind of like having my little private room to do stuff. So 3/4 cup also of white sugar. Put that in there. And then we are going to mix those sugars together with that butter really good. I'm back.
How much butter did you put in?
I put in 1 cup.
1 cup of butter.
1 cup of butter, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 3/4 cup of white sugar. And we're going to stir this around and mix the sugars with the butter really well. Ooh, you could stir. You want to beat that in? Just gonna get it all mixed in. You're gonna have to.
Oh, wait, sorry.
It is. Let's give it back. I will stir. I might be controlling in the kitchen.
She never lets me do it.
Well, it's part of keeping control over my environment. The world has gone crazy. And actually, that's kind of what I want to talk about. It's just like I was sitting the other day and I was just thinking about all the changes that have come this year. And it's been wonderful, but it's been really insane too. And I am surprised, actually. We have got really bad wildfires this year on the West Coast. And so we're dealing with heavy, heavy smoke volumes. And I'm actually surprised at how I have felt through this. Like, it really does make my joints hurt. Makes my heart hurt. I don't like the smoke. It makes my eyes burn. And there's some physical, I'm just tired. I'm exhausted constantly. And I noticed that the trees now, they just all of a sudden, as soon as that smoke hit and it was dark, they started immediately changing color. Today, they're dropping leaves. So I know it's not just me. Like, the plant life is being exposed to this. Thank you, Carol. Her English speech so classy. Thank you. Okay, so now I've pretty much got that creamed in. So a few more, just for good measure. Okay. See how all of that sugar and butter is combined? Ta-da. Okay. Now we're going to add the egg. And one thing about baking, keep your, if you can, there are many, many times I don't and forget and all of that. But if you can, try to get your ingredients to room temperature. Unless you're doing some sort of pastry, in which sense your butter needs to be cold. But I'm not. So here's 1 egg. Crack that in there. And some vanilla. Just about a tablespoon of vanilla. Let's see, you inspire me to draw and have confidence in myself. It's important. It is really important to have confidence in oneself and one's abilities. And, I believe that we all should really, be in tune with who we are. No matter who that person is, know who you are. Okay, so we got the egg, we got the vanilla, we got the butter and sugars. That's all good. Now I've got my flour. And what do I do up there? All right. So I'm just going to add a cup of flour right now. And I'm going to add some salt. So this is about, I would say, a teaspoon of salt. Where is Rowan? Not in the kitchen. She's actually over in the living room by the balcony. We are trying to keep the dogs, I'm watching my youngest daughter's dog, Trixie, too. So we're trying to train them to stay out of certain boundaries. They need to have boundaries. It's important. Okay, so got a cup of flour here. Got a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of baking soda, and I am just going to mix that up in here.
That's some Ovaltine.
You're not putting Ovaltine in my cookies. No,
Maybe chocolate.
no. You're not putting Ovaltine in my cookies. That's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna add another like about 1/4 cup of flour in there, and I'm gonna take the oats here.
Oh, that's nice.
Ta-da!
Yeah, just dump all the oats.
All the oats, all of the oats. There was only about a cup of oats in there, so it's really only a cup. So what we're at right now is a cup of oats, a cup and a 1/4 cup of flour. And it's still looking a little like we should add some more. Cup and a half now of flour. I like going little by little, honestly, because it's so easy to just get too much in there and then your cookies are dry. So, and especially with me, I don't like, I have not, and I should, but I have not like written down recipes and things like that like I should. So now we've got our chocolate chips. And I actually thought about this. I was going to chop them into littler chunks because I do prefer that. But I think I'm just going to go the easy route.
Yeah, just dump the whole bag.
Hold on.
That's probably about a cup, I'd say.
Yeah, about. So as you can see, here's what we're working with. I'll show you what the dough looks like here. See how it just sticks to the, but it's coming, yeah, like chunky like that. That's where you want it. It's a good consistency.
These are going to be some good cookies.
They are. Why are they going to be good cookies?
The house.
Going to be awesome. Okay. I rearranged the kitchen, guys. Okay. Yeah, the eyeballing and the measurements, I have like that's yeah. And I'm not, honestly, I think we all make mistakes. And me even, I'll like throw off something one time, not be paying attention. Oh my gosh, yeah. So I did that the other day, actually. I wanted to make chocolate chip cookies. And I do what I usually do with chocolate chip, not the oatmeal, and I should have done it this time. But I take the brown sugar in the butter and I heat them up till they're almost a little caramelized. And then I make them into the cookies. Well, I added the chocolate chips while it was still warm. And so it turned into chocolate dough. And then it turned into like powder. And I forgot that I didn't add like the egg. It was all a big mess. So we're just taking spoonfuls of dough here. And I got to be careful because I will try to, the size of the cookies will increase as I go. So I have to be careful to just do them kind of evenly. And I think that's good for now. I'm going to pop those in. Preheated oven, 350 degrees. Bam. And now we're going to talk about things. So in the space from January to now, for myself, I know the world is everybody's going through it. For myself, the pandemic started. It's still, doing the advocacy work, blogging. Then met Brian, had a boyfriend. Then my son came back to Seattle with his babies, 3 grandchildren. Then with my daughter's move and new programs and new projects that we're working on, everything kind of felt there for a little bit like it was just spinning. But one thing I wanted to talk about is even though things are good stress, they're still stress. And I think that we need to address that, for all the things that have happened to me this year, they have all been very lovely. And that I'm very blessed and I'm very lucky because that's not the case all over. But I think that the more and more as we go with this, I realize that support systems are so huge. Even if it's not blood family or whatever, having a sense of community support, I'm noticing the more the community interacts with, one another, there's people consistently offering, to do errands for people, to our Buy Nothing group has, gone off, and people are doing really amazing things within the communities. And I think that's really awesome. And I want to say that helps people get through times like this. And I know that, like, I was calling out for our smoke shelters, because our smoke shelters were a thing last year that we put together, and they were supposed to be in operation, but due to COVID, there was some problems there implementing that. And so, there was, trying to impart upon the fact that it is so imperative to take care of our vulnerable as a community, because in these things, in the things that are going on right now, we're all vulnerable, and I think if we can take care of, if we can focus and understand that we're all vulnerable, and that those that are, we have to triage people and help those that, need it now, which is, we've got illegal evictions happening. Well, there's tons, everybody knows there's tons, and I could probably talk for hours on all of this stuff, but I wanted to just point out, I guess, throughout my own situation, be a community, reach out to people, be a friend, be, you don't have to, be around people all the time, but be that person that people can reach out to at times, because that right there is a huge predictor of whether people get through adversity. Is there some sort of, and it doesn't have to be, huge, but just some support, someone to be there for that person. And I think that for myself, that's huge. Brian, do you want to comment on this here at all? He said no. He's not as talkative as I am. Ralph, Amanda, you're amazing. Oh, thank you. Following you since you're on Invisible People. Yeah, that was a minute ago. And I'll be honest, I have, since that point in time, I have learned so much. I've been able to become a better advocate for the unhoused. I've become healthier myself. I've been able to help others. There's this whole sphere of connections and everything else that have come about since that time that I just find absolutely wonderful. And not necessarily, I'm not, not because of that. I'm just saying that, it's been amazing to see just, how far that is, that a person can come up, I guess, from that situation. And not to say that I haven't, I still don't, have some time or some trauma related to, but I'm doing good. And I try to remember that in that I am privileged to be doing good, because not everybody handles things the same way. So, hello, Anderson. Hi, Thon. So let's check on these cookies.
Wow.
They spread out quite a bit.
Yeah, they definitely expanded.
You know what that means? That means I need more flour. Would you like to add more flour? All right, he got me back.
Oh, she's covering.
Give me the cookie. We need more flour. Thank you, little cookie. Yeah, run. Be careful.
Literally running over another dog.
Okay, add a little more flour if you see that your first batch starts spreading out a little too much. So I added about another quarter cup, you would say?
Yeah,
It's probably about another quarter cup. You are too quick. You are way too quick.
wasn't working.
I am not as quick. I have I'm trying to like, all right. Hi, is it Guy? Thank you. It's fun to have fun while you're baking. It's so hard though, knowing that like even if I grab it like this, he's gonna bolt, and I just can't. I have to wait. It's gonna have to be planned out. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my floury hands and I'm gonna get a plate to put the cookies on. That's right. That's right. Handful of flour and a spatula. Okay. Oh, almost. I am like this flour. There is flour all over this floor. You're a perfect couple. We do pretty good. We do. Traveled across. Oh my gosh, that's another thing. We have not put any video up regarding that.
Yes, we still have to finish that.
Oh, we traveled across the United States and took video most of the time.
Yeah, we try to do little I don't know, selfie videos each day that we were out. Unfortunately, I couldn't bring the drone, so we have no drone footage.
No drone footage.
But they're still fun.
It was grand. It was quite the trip, and we were, we went straight through pretty much. So, I mean, well, no, because we stopped at night, but I mean, so we didn't. Yeah, it was great. It was fun, and look forward to the video. And I'm not sure when we're gonna put it together, but
yeah, I started on it, but not finished it. It takes a long time because it's just a lot of footage to go through.
Got myself seasoned for dinner, right? Exactly. You were so fun and such a thank you, Alejandra. I think laughter is important. I also think that the things are important.
I mean, that's,
Yes, no.
They're
not there, they're over there.
I think they're over there.
They're not because you did not just do that.
Oh, I got you.
You did get me. You got me. I'm gonna have to admit that was. Could you please get me an oven mitt?
Where is an oven?
A towel will work. Really anything that I could take something out of the oven with. In the hot closet, there is towels and stuff, and then there should be an oven mitt on the top of that little shelf unit. So, hey, he got me. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so we're taking our cookies out, and these are what they look like. And like I said, I should probably actually just a little bit more. Is they spread out. In other words, like I want them to hold a little firmer. Aside, you look like you're pregnant. I'm not, and that one's getting really old, like seriously old, like wanting to ban people for that. So anyhow, I am getting these cookies out. And I just, because it came up, I just want to point out that I love my channel. I love doing this, but it is not an attractive look to comment on people's bodies. Like, just gonna throw that out there. It's not attractive. It's not cute. It's not funny. And it's just irritating, to be honest with you. So that's my feelings on that. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you. Yeah, they should be yummy. I'm hoping. Okay, so I'm going to put another thing in, and then we'll see how these turned out as far as flavor goes. They're a little flat. I want mine. Here's the thing. The reason those are actually fine, and they'd be great cookies if you know, don't. Just, no, not, I'm talking.
I want to eat one.
Well, you wait. I just took them out the oven. Wait till I'm done talking. I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was talking about if you like those are fine if you want a flat cookie. It's hard even looking at myself. If you want a flat cookie, but if you want it to rise more, and just I like that because I like them with coffee. And so the more it stands up, the more it'll absorb that coffee and be like this coffee cookie yumminess that I want to taste. So that's why. Okay, next batch in. All right, now we can each grab a cookie. I'm gonna grab this one. Which one do you want? Okay, so got it good. See, it's real thin. See how it's spread out there? Really yummy though.
Yeah, it's definitely good.
Mm-hmm. And these ones will be a little more raised, as you can see. A very thin cookie, although it's very yummy. Hi, Ginger. Oh, they do smell good. I'm gonna call you A. Piliani. They smell amazing, and that is one thing I love about cookies is they make the whole house smell absolutely. They make me want to eat lots of cookies.
So it's a good thing she made a lot of batter because we're definitely going to eat a lot of cookies.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. I agree, Cheryl. And that was definitely something that I felt that I definitely needed to say something about. Cookies are amazing, and I just wanted to kind of touch base with everybody. You know, I hope you're all doing well. I know that these are insane times, right? But I also know that there are things that can make it just a little better. And that's by reaching out, making sure that we're thinking in healthy ways, and just hold those that you love close to you. I guess that would be my whole thing, is like everything in my life that I want is near me, and that's all relationships, really. So it's very important, and I'm very excited. Plus, I'm very excited about the work that's coming up that One Health is doing, and some of the other agencies I advocate for. I think with Bill, Homeless Alliance for All, which is on Facebook, is getting nonprofit status, and they're going to be up and rolling. I'm really excited about that. So tons of cool stuff. I'm starting with Seattle Harm Reduction as well, and we will be doing our absolute best. Like, I don't think they're like, I thought about, like just having like, oh, we'll hand out this and this and this. Honestly, it's whatever we can hand out right now. It's mass. It's whatever we can get. to, you know, put in a bag that will help somebody out. You know, need is definitely rising. So I'm going to do my best. Thank you, Lisai. Spreading love. That's right. I try. I do. That doesn't mean I'm always a lovely person. Like, I flipped out yesterday pretty hardcore. I don't deal well when my brain starts to feel like it's just overwhelmed. I have brain injuries, and I've talked about that numerous times on my blog. But, you know, I flipped out. It's not easy being me sometimes, and it's not easy being those that are around me, because, you know, these are very real things, and they are not pleasant. But I think that once that's done, to try to be positive and try to just do better and keep doing better is all we can do. So that's pretty much it. I am gonna just kind of, those are gonna be perfect. They're spreading out. Look, they're spreading out. Let's see how they're still kind of keeping their top. That's good. You want to show them? Here, hold on. We'll just talk like that. And don't turn the computer off, because that's what I do all the time. Can they see? Okay, go down more. Okay, right there. Yeah, see how they're keeping that? Here, I will actually, so people can see, it won't ruin them. Won't make them brand. You see how they're kind of keeping that middle, and they're spreading out? That they won't be as thin as these. They'll hold some of that. Just saw your story today on invisible people. Well, welcome. I hope you subscribe. A little bit of a journey that's different now. Life is good. I am doing my best to live my best life. So anyway, I'm going to close it down now. I appreciate you all. I am sending so much love out there, and I hope you guys just find a way to be fulfilled and have some peace and get a break from some of the just insane things going on outside. So, Brian, you want to say bye?
Yep. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
We're gonna eat some cookies.
Definitely gonna eat cookies.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.